just to explain a little bit why I went on this journey, I want to first explain a little bit about what it was like growing up the son of an Orthodox rabbi in Atlanta and all the crazy Jewish laws that we had to keep and that made us different. I'm sure you've all heard of Jewish holidays like Yom Kippur or Rosh Hashanah, which we just had a few weeks ago, which is the Jewish high holidays. But there are other lesser-known holidays. There's Passover. And Passover, we have to keep some crazy laws at Passover time. We can only eat certain things on Passover, and we have to clean our house before Passover of all these items, all these breadcrumbs that we're not allowed to have in our house. But Judaism likes to be extreme about things. So instead of saying just vacuum, we have to spend weeks and weeks and weeks getting rid of every single breadcrumb in our house. And so growing up the son of an Orthodox rabbi, this meant checking our pockets of all of our clothes to make sure we didn't have any bread from the year. We had to go through all the books on the bookshelf and shake them out to make sure there were no breadcrumbs in there. So it's, just in case, you never know, a mouse may have run up and put a little crumb inside the John Grisham novel. You're like, where is that crumb? I know it's there. But the stranger thing is the Jewish law says that the night before Passover, so you spent the last few weeks cleaning, and the night before Passover we're supposed to do a ritual. As Episcopalians, you know a lot about rituals, which is something I think we share in common. And this ritual that we have to do on the night before Passover is a little strange. We have to throw 10 pieces of bread around the house. Now keep in mind, we just cleaned the house. Okay? So we're supposed to throw 10 pieces of bread around the house, and ritualistically we recite a blessing, of course. It's Judaism, we recite a blessing over everything. And we're supposed to shut the lights and search for these, it's kind of like an Easter egg hunt. We search for these 10 pieces of bread. Now, ever since the 1962 invention of Ziploc bags, it made it a lot easier to do this ritual, because we can put the 10 pieces of bread inside the Ziploc bags so that we're not getting more crumbs, right?
Be careful you don't.
So we shut the lights, we say a prayer, and what we're supposed to do is we're not supposed to use any lights, we're supposed to light a candle and look around the house, the whole family. Now, I was one of 8 kids, so you can imagine, my dad, my mom, and the 8 of us, and we're like looking around the house with a candle. And when you find the pieces of bread, now somebody has to know where they are, someone has to write them down, otherwise you're going to be up a creek there, because you're not going to know where that 10 pieces. So we take a candle and we take a wooden spoon and a feather. Don't ask me why, but that's what the Jewish law is. So when we find the 10 pieces of bread in these Ziploc bags, one of the kids goes, I got it! And then we take the wooden spoon, we take the feather and the wooden spoon and we sweep it up and we put it in the bag. So you can imagine how crazy this looks. People in the dark in the year 2008, we look like we're from a Dickens novel or something with candles walking around. So my wife, I should have mentioned, my wife actually, I'm the son of an Orthodox rabbi, my wife is the daughter of a Methodist minister. So it was a very interesting wedding, actually. We had the varsity actually catered our wedding. I'm not kidding. They actually catered kosher for the day. We had it at a synagogue, not too far from here, actually, and they actually cooked all the food in the synagogue kitchen and made it kosher. But that's another story. So she was a new convert to Judaism, and so all this was new to her. So you can imagine, here we are, doing this Dickens novel thing, sweeping up the bread. She had just spent the past month cleaning up everything. She thought we were crazy. And she was telling me, it reminded her of the Easter egg hunts that she used to have when she was a kid. When the kids would go looking for eggs, she told me they used to do it at Lake Lanier. She has a step-grandfather who was the Commodore of the Yacht Club, and they would do it over there. And I looked at her and I said, that's probably the waspiest thing I've ever heard. Looking for Easter eggs at the Lake Lanier Yacht Club. But